Do you feel like you're too nice and do you feel like people walk over you or you can't say what you really want to say? Well, on today's episode, I'm going to talk about some lessons I've learned from the book No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover and how that's really enhanced my relationship with myself and my relationship with other people in my life. Welcome back to the podcast today. I'm so glad to have you here. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. So being nice and being kind for me are two different things. Now, I used to be the person who'd like say yes to a lot of things. I remember at school, and I didn't even want to, being that kid who would say yes to the other kids. And that's kind of bullying in a way. I took a couple of kids like clothes back once home, and I remember my mum not being very happy, and I can understand why, but I was just like, oh yeah, I'll take your stuff home and wash it and that kind of thing. And then I remember just being a bit of a walkover when like the kids would like kick my football away and wouldn't get it back and all that kind of thing. And yeah, it felt a bit not so great. And then I'm definitely in dating, like in the past, but particularly in my 20s. I used to be like, I would have my opinion and things like that and not a complete walkover, but I would be very much like saying things so that the girl would like me rather than being truly who I am and living in that. Now I'm very honest. And even like in the workplace, I used to be like scared to ask things and say yes and not and try and agree with everyone. Certainly did that at the start of sales and things like that. And it just like really created if it's even a word, it created a non-authentic me. And authenticity is my highest value. So I didn't feel so good about myself. And it actually damaged my relationship with myself by me not being true to me. It therefore impacted my relationship with me. And I felt rubbish about me by being nice. And being nice is not the same as being kind. Being kind is good. Being kind comes from the heart. Being nice comes from fear. I don't want you to dislike me. I'm scared of who I am. So therefore, I'm going to do these fearful actions out of fear. And it's like the opposite end of just being an asshole to people, but they both sort of come out of fear from your own insecurity. But being kind is in the middle. That's from the heart. That's a good place. You can say the truth to people in a loving way. Like the best coaches I know, like I've been coached by some phenomenal coaches in the recent program I've been, and they would just like call me out when I'm just like saying something that just doesn't make sense. And yeah, they're calling me out on my own BS. We all need coaches, right? We're all growing. And that's like love. That's like coming from a place of, I want the best for this person. And it sometimes is the honest truth. Whilst being nice is like not saying the honest truth. It's saying things to please other people. So maybe you feel like that. Maybe you feel like you're not being true you. You're not being who you are, not getting what you want because you're trying to be too nice. So I want to go through some tips on this today. Now, the book's from No More Mr. Nice Guy, and that's dominantly aimed at men. I do believe it works for women as well. Women who may be, or any gender who may be like too nice or like not being who they want to be. And it's had a big impact on me. Now, let's talk about nice guys with women because that's what the book is aimed at. Like and I've experienced this, probably not an extreme because I've been on both ends. I'm going to be honest. I've been being a bit of an idiot, like a bit disrespectful, maybe like in my early 20s, just trying to be like this cool guy. But then I've also been that like nice guy when I was just really scared of like losing a girl or something like that. But when I've come into being kind, which is coming out of love to myself first, be kind to yourself first, be who you are, and then to other people, that's really helped my relationships in all areas of life. But yeah, like the thing is like, let's just talk about this with the dating relationship, my perception, because I've done many men's group. I've been through many heartaches, all these kind of things. I'm just showing my perspective on this. I used to think like women would either like settle for a nice guy, but not really want him, or they go for like the bad boy, the asshole, right? And actually, I found that's so not true. Women who have done the work and they're secure in themselves, they want a guy in the middle, the guy who comes from the heart. Whilst I have found women who haven't done the work, and this is just my view and my observations, what I found, I'm always open to interpretations. Women who haven't done the work, who've been hurt and still got wounds and haven't done that work on themselves, they'll be attracted to bad boys and be hurt again and again and again, right, until they do the work. And then they won't be attracted to the bad boys. There's a lot of women who've got their shit together in my life that I know, just like, if you're a bad boy, you're an asshole, they're not even interested, right? And I used to think, oh, all women wanted the bad guys or whatever. So to try to be one. And yeah, I'd like attract wounded women, like in my early 20s and stuff like that. And then I'd go to the nice guy side. And it's just like, it's stupid until I did the work and went like into the middle and like led from the heart. But yeah, I've attracted someone amazing to my life by being that guy in the middle who's living from the heart, right? And it's taken a lot of work. So I want to share this perspective on no one Mr. Nice Guy, right? And I'm honest, and I will share my views, and I always lead with love. I want to give. I want to like provide in all areas of life, but it's like I will also be brutally honest to people. Like people say things to me like, I'm very keen on helping people launch podcasts, and I've recently helped a couple of awesome people launch. But there's also the people who are like, oh, I'm going to launch someday, and then they're like, oh yeah, I haven't really picked a date. I'm like, well, when are you going to do it? You need to commit. You're not committing here, and that's just coming from love because I want them to get their voice out there. Whilst a nice person would be like, no, it's okay, and all this kind of thing, right? So anyway, that's my view on that one. So I don't think women want the bad boys. I think wounded women may be attracted more to the bad boys. But I think women who have got their shit together and done the work, and we're talking about heterosexual relationships here, obviously. But yeah, there's all sorts of scenarios you could apply in different genders, different relationships. But yeah, like I think women who've done the work and really solid, they want a guy who's got his stuff together as well. So that's what I aim to strive for, being that guy who's got his stuff together. Not 100% of the time, we'll make mistakes, but comes from the heart dominantly. So here are some lessons I learned from the book. We're going to dive into this. So losing my thought in my notes, and this is me being real. Being nice is you not being your true self, like you not being your true self. Like when you're your true self, you're not nice because you hide who you are when you're being nice. It's about you becoming more of you, and that's really important. Do you think I'm being me right now? Yeah, I am. I'm a podcaster. I love it, right? People are going to listen to this. If I was being nice, I might hide away and not say things. And some people might like what I say, and some people might. But I want you to be you. I want you to share your unique voice, right, in the world. But yeah, focus on who you are. What lights you up? What makes you feel really good? What makes you feel really good in life? For me, it's podcasting. It's being creative. It's hanging out with certain people. Write that down, make a note of it, and act into that. Not act into that, be more of that every day, because you don't have to act it if it's true for you, right? That's the first one. The second point I want to share is we become nice as we don't accept who we really are. Like, give yourself some love every single day. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I absolutely love you. One of the things I say multiple times a day is, I absolutely love who I am now. I'm enough as I am now. I say, I'm enough as I am right now, regardless of anything. And that really helps my self-worth. So say something to yourself, feel it. Don't just say it because you don't feel it. It's pointless. But say it to yourself. I put my hand on my heart and I breathe it in. I say, I'm enough as I am. So when you can accept that, and you'll feel it from the inside out, and then it will be a knock on to your other relationships with people. The third thing is nice guys or nice people try to do everything right. They don't want to make a mistake. I've definitely been in that boat. And guess what? What are the chances of you not making a mistake in life? 0.00000%, right? Because you look at the most successful people in their area, how many times do they fail and mess up? Loads, right? So accept the fact you're going to fail, not intentionally go out there and fail, but realize that you're going to slip up, and that's part of the process. I found when I hide away and I move away from responsibility, that's not felt so good. But when I stepped in with courage, even if it doesn't go wrong, I feel like, yes, I've done it. So praise yourself every time you take effort rather than the result. If it doesn't go to plan, that's okay. But you praise yourself for effort. And the more you praise yourself for effort, the more you're going to feel good. I get excited every time I put a podcast out. I don't look at the numbers and the results and all those kind of things. Obviously, I've accumulated a lot of numbers. That's a side effect. And I celebrate that when I hit new milestones, of course. But I celebrate the fact I put the effort into making a podcast. And then number 4, I want to talk a little bit about... Actually, I'm going to say these 2 points the other way around that I was planning to. Number 4, I'm going to talk about one of the greatest fears a child has is abandonment. And this was mine. I lost a lot of people when I was young. And therefore, we get fearful of abandonment. But you can never be abandoned if you truly love yourself. So remember that. Like, I would do inner child work on this. I've done a lot of inner child work. This is when you talk to the 3, 4, 5-year-old version of yourself. You tell him or her or them that you absolutely love them. Picture yourself 3, 4, 5 years old and say, I'm here for you. When I've done this enough, I've connected, I've cried, I've got so emotional. Like, that has allowed me to feel like I am safe, because we all want safety at the end of the day. Connect to that inner child of yourself, and that fear of abandonment won't be there. When we're like reliant on someone else to make us feel good, like, we can feel abandoned easily. Someone says something, like, particularly in dating and relationships. Like, I remember I've like been so many times so reliant on getting that text or that message or that kiss or whatever, like, just to feel good. And then if I didn't get any of those, one or more of those things, I'd be like, I'm abandoned, I'm on my own. That's because I didn't have a good relationship with myself. I didn't have good self-esteem. I didn't have good self-worth. When I started working on those things and tell myself I love me, that young child, that's when I really increased the value and relationship with myself. So think of that for yourself. And then number 5, kindness is key. Be kind to yourself. Kindness is with love. Come from the heart every single day to yourself and to other people. Do things that make you feel good. Give to charities, talk to a homeless person, buy someone coffee. Because the more you can be kind to other people and live in kindness, the more you're going to feel better about yourself. And it's not about like pleasing people, doing it from your heart. So do more things from your heart to make you feel good, but do things for yourself first of all. If you're feeling tired, say, and you've got the opportunity, I know it's not always possible, give yourself a rest. Want to give yourself a reward for hard work? Take yourself for a massage or whatever. Just look after yourself. Be kind to yourself first. So those are the points I wanted to share on not being nice and being kind. We're not saying be mean, we're saying being kind and loving to yourself. Not being nice, that's out of fear. So the points I gave was like, it's about you being more of you. So learn what you love doing, be more of you. Accept who you are, love yourself, talk to yourself every single day, embed it, say you're enough as you are. Don't worry about mistakes, you're always going to make mistakes. You're a human being, but appreciating the effort you're putting in. Number 4 was not abandoning yourself by loving your inner child. And then number 5 is being kind to yourself every single day, and then kind to other people. And when you can do that, you are going to feel good about yourself and who you are. So those are my points on working through being nice to other people and holding yourself back. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you for being here. And remember to lead with your heart, not with fear.